Next up, we have a fireside chat which will focus on the topic Decoding the Surge, Escalating Numbers of CTV Users in India. With the rapid adoption of CTV sweeping across the nation, it's imperative to dissect the driving forces behind this growth and its implications for stakeholders. Our esteemed speakers will delve into the factors fueling the surge in CTV users, including shifting consumer behaviors and technological advancements. Please welcome our speakers, Shalini Sinha, Group Service Line Leader, Brand Health Tracking and Creative Excellence at Ipsos India. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? And our next speaker is Lakshman Velayutham, Chief Marketing Officer at Ujjivan Small Finance Bank.
Thank you, and delighted to be talking about thank you, and delighted to be talking on this evolving and dynamic topic of connected TV in India. I think all of us sitting in this room are aware of the the surge in CTV viewership that we have seen in this country, right? And in my view, I don't think it's like it's a coincidence. I think it's more a confluence of a lot of factors which have really led to this change, right? Whether it is the wave of digitalization that we are seeing in this country, whether it is the rise of OTT that we are seeing, whether it is the affordability of internet connectivity that is driving and shaping this change in India. A lot of these factors have really gone into, and even smart TVs today, right? When you look at how affordable they are getting, there are multiple players now in the market which are making the smart TVs more and more affordable, and which means it's going lower down the ladder, right? So I think there are a lot of these factors which have really come together to give rise to this change in entertainment viewing that we are seeing in this country. So yeah, so Lakshman, your thoughts on this?
Actually, Shalini, after listening to the previous session, I feel that the amount of insights and data that I have already covered, there was nothing left for me to say. So what I thought was, let me pick the thread from there. See, if you see how mobile has proliferated, how internet has proliferated, how mobile has become a device for multitasking, it is primarily because we have given a reason for the consumer to do something about it. Okay, so while internet was an enabler, but no one taught anyone how to go about viewing content or what kind of content had to be developed. It is a viewer who decided what kind of content and what kind of experience had to be generated. I think connected TV will follow the same way. And while of course affordability, internet speed connection, in terms of 5G and all those things will matter. But if you give a good reason in terms of the kind of content that you do and the relevance of the content that you feed, I think that will be the differentiator in this space. For example, this is one of the surveys that they did on the ads that were served through CTV. They found 69% of the ads quite relevant and close to some 60% were memorable. The point is, with more brands coming in, this percentage obviously will take a hit. So the point is, what kind of ads are you going to serve? Who is your audience? So for example, if today it's 40% adults who look at it, and 40% alone, and around 12% with kids. Now, is this ratio going to change? How will it change when you look at it from metro, urban, semi-urban perspective? How will language play a role? So it is important to focus on the content and see, how can you micro segment the audience and serve ads that are relevant to them. They spoke about contextual part of it. I think that will be the biggest differentiator. And brands who can connect, getting insights on the consumer will make all the difference.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, and I think as you were saying, right, what kind of content, and we've seen the surge in OTT in India, and I think the proliferation of OTT, the availability of so much of content that is with us, and it's just that yes, to start with, there is Hindi and English, but then the kind of regional content and the surge in that we are starting to see, that to me is also something which is adding to this spread of connected TV, right, or the popularity of connected TV, because as more and more regional content is consumed, the popularity of CTV only goes up, right? So I think some of these factors are also driving the popularity of this medium altogether.
True. See, when mobile came, the attention span got divided. Families, individuality, became more pronounced in nature. And now you sit at home, you will find all of them on their mobiles. I think probably connected TV will, reverse that trend into the family and probably get the families to be together.
Yeah.
So the point is that an opportunity for brands? How do you position your content and your brand in such a way that, you position it for the family or maybe adults? It is being together. How do you get back that conversation which is missing in today's world, within the house or across, across with your friends, colleagues, or whoever it is? So that social conversation which is now predominantly online, how do I get back onto the drawing room or to the theater or wherever you're viewing? So that part is very, very important.
Very true. In fact, I think I was reading somewhere that how we view TV is getting redefined completely. How we define TV is sort of getting redefined, right? So there was some survey run, and this was more in the European market, which we were part of as Ipsos, where consumers, when they define TV, they also talk of Netflix and Amazon as part of TV. When they view YouTube on TV, to them that's TV. That's not a separate YouTube channel or app that you're talking of. So that, what you were saying, I think that entire definition of TV itself and how we've started interacting with TV, that itself is transforming, right? So,
see, the way I see, for example, today when I am on connected TV, have the option to say no, type something on health. Okay.
Right.
Now today, I browse the net for articles. I go to YouTube probably for a video, and probably OTT, if there's any ready content available. You can build the content in such a way saying that when you type in health, it will say this is available on Netflix, this is available on YouTube, and this is available. Choose. Okay, so actually, the way I see connected TV over a period of time will force the brand marketer to look at an integrated view in terms of media spends, media approach, and the way to understanding the consumer. So I see that trend happening in the next 5 to 6 years. Of course, affordability, the fact that 5G is available, I'm able to stream, and all those things are, but I think that's the approach that we'll need to take.
And talking of the consumer, I think it's still a little niche, but of course we all know the numbers, the way the space is growing and the kind of year-on-year growth that we're talking of, and in the previous session also we were hearing that. Given that, yes, the surge is happening as we speak, but there is also that set of people who are leading this change, right? And from what I understand, it's really the 18 to 35 kind of the middle to upper middle class, the higher income groups, which are really which have access to the smarter TVs, and they are the ones who are really driving that change. Any views on who really is this consumer who's driving this change for CTV in India?
See, today predominantly it is 18 to 40. When I say 18 to 40, again, it's a very affluent and the HNI segment that is driving it. But I foresee in the next 2 to 3 years, clearly it moving into tier 1, tier 2 in a city in a very big way. And it is a younger audience which will again adopt to this kind of platform. One, because they are natives to the net as say this thing. So for them, it's just an extension. I think probably they will also, the fact that you can do multitasking, you can discover many ways of doing many things. I think they will try to integrate what's coming on connected TV into their different aspects of life, and how what they are doing can impact the community at large. For example, as you were saying, just a thought triggered saying that when you look at other areas, other than, for example, telemedicine, education, and other areas, today it is predominantly available through mobile, fine. But the fact that the finer aspect of the finer nuances, when connected TV is available in the future, these areas can proliferate in a very big way. So I did not be present only for entertainment, in terms of the brand, but I could be there in these spaces which are relevant to me, either because I belong to that category, or the fact that from a community development perspective, I think as a brand, it's good to be associated.
Yeah, true. And this is a set of people, as you were saying, they are the digital natives in a way, right? They are technologically savvy, they are digitally savvy, they know when to access what, or where they can access whatever they're looking for. They're also the people who interact with a plethora of mediums, I would say, right? So they don't have one screen in their lives, they have multiple screens. And they are seamlessly transitioning from one screen to the other as well. So yes, definitely that's the set of people which is driving this surge. I was also thinking, there are these three set of people, if I can say, so as we call them, I think in India primarily it is the cord switchers, right? So these are people who have two types of connections. They have the linear TV as well in the house. They also have the connected TV part of the smart, because of the smart TV they have both the cords with them, and they toggle between the two. They have certain things by appointment on linear TV. By choice, they come on to connected TV. So that's, I think, the predominant set of people in India. Then there is the cord cutters, the people who have transitioned from linear to connected TVs and completely switched off the cord, right? They're not onto the cable TVs of the world. There is also, because we are talking of the younger generation, which is leading this change, there is also the cord nevers, right? They've never seen a conventional cord TV like you and I would have. They are born into that digital world. They know they can just seamlessly work their way across multiple mediums, and they're the ones, in my view, who are going to lead this surge or this change in the way we are interacting with TV, or the way we are even defining entertainment today, right? I think that's the set of people who are really going to lead this from the front.
True, Charlie. I think 20 years back, no one envisaged the kind of technologies that are available today. Yeah. I think going forward, I think eyewear could become your next what do you call medium or designed for you to connect yourselves. You may connect through internet and watch yourself. You won't even need the bigger screens anymore. Maybe you have ability to project it right wherever you are. So the point is, I think I see technology leapfrogging in many ways, and I think thanks to COVID, the kind of impetus that digital has gained, I only see it gaining far more traction. So I would not be surprised, in the future if big screens go away. I mean, big screens are there probably in your apartment, gated communities as a more of a community engagement, and I see far more this thing. So I'm just countering myself on the fact that earlier, while there's an opportunity for a big screen to be with the family again, this could be the other spectrum again, saying that you become far more individualized.
In fact, I have a contradictory view to that. I think the big screen is coming back into our lives, right? Because of connected TV, and that's what I was saying, that I think in a way TV is being redefined for us. So what we are seeing, early indicators, is there is collective viewing happening now, much more than it was happening some time back. So families are, and the prime time is back again, right? So the 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. time where the family sits together, has dinner, and views content. With connected TV, that time has come back, right? And therefore, the family is sitting together and viewing content together. And of course, when we through market research, when we talk to consumers and we understand what they're watching and what they're looking forward to, how they select what content to watch, it's a lot of segregation that we see in terms of the kind of content and who they will watch it with. So there are web series which they are watching alone. There is news, there is sports, there is other OTT content, movies, for example. They will sit and watch with family. There is a set of content which is for the couple together. There is a set of content which I want to watch with my friends. There is a set of content which I want to watch with my full family together. So to me, it's actually the bigger screen is coming back into our lives. Right.
So we will go through that journey and probably see these cycles I see alternating themselves. So the big screen coming back and probably again going back to individualization. As you rightly said, no, it's a great opportunity. Today, Indians pride themselves. No, if we start going back, we have started going back to our legacy, trying to understand all the good things that were there. And we take pride in the fact that, okay, this was there in India. But with the fact that we ignored and we always looked at the Western values of the Western education. So I see a lot of that aspect coming back strongly, in terms of the feed, in terms of the content that is coming in. For example, sitting together with the family for dinner. Now that trait is coming back, saying that it helps build the bonding in the family, it builds the strength. Now probably those Indian values and the cultural values and systems will slowly start coming back in various avatars. The point is, as a brand marketer and as a media person, how do I now connect to that changing ecosystem in the Indian mind space? Okay, so how do I integrate the good traditional values with the contemporary life that we live today? So it is very important just not to look at it purely from a metric or other perspective. It is important to get into the consumer psyche and understand, how can I think differently and how can I tap them differently. So that is very important.
Yeah, in fact, speaking on that topic further, I think the engagement that connected TV drives, that's something that we are again witnessing coming back, right? So when I talk of engagement, if you just talk of ads, and I had these numbers like 64% viewers respond to CTV ads, right? 48% actively seek information, and of those 33% actually go on to buy certain products. So you are seeing that the involvement happening in that moment with what content I'm viewing, and the entire part that content is something that is tailor-made for me, right? Because there is an algorithm at the back which understands, and especially with OTT, if I may say, and plus also YouTubes of the world, there is an algorithm which understands my preferences. Also, over time, it develops a content library which is as per my preferences. So therefore, my engagement with that medium is increasingly going up, and that's what the sentiment we are getting from consumers as well.
I completely agree. I think the relevance will work in a very big way. And more importantly, you will be spoiled for choices again.
Yeah.
Okay. But the point is, as you said, relevant and meaningful content, what are you able to feed? I mean, it is an extended version of what you see when you type on Google. My first set of 3 preferences, whether they are relevant to me or not. So that's how I see it, but in various avatars. One is a text, one is an infographic, one is a video, one is a film. Choose what you want to see. And depending on what your behavior is, and then accordingly, the brand gets to target them in a relevant way.
Right. Well, I think the experience part, this, again, one study that we had done, and this consumer said, that connected TV is like you walk into a store and you pick up what you want, and you choose what you want to pick up from that store. Whereas linear TV is like when you walk into a concert and you're captive there. You have to watch it. You have no choice to switch on or choose what you want to watch there when you walk into that space. So that's the kind of difference that consumers are starting to see between linear TV and connected TV. And therefore, that's what I'm saying, that the enjoyment when it comes to connected TV, the involvement, the engagement part of connected TV, that to me is going to be a game changer. It is becoming one.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. That see, what is also important is today you have the choice to watch what you like.
Right.
Okay, tomorrow when you are with the family, you may also watch content probably you have not thought of or heard of. It opens a window of opportunity for you to think differently. Okay, so I again go back to how the consumer starts thinking when a consumer is exposed to a different medium. So it is also important to see, what are the takeouts from a consumer perspective, when I see something that I have not seen for the first time. For example, suddenly when you're watching a cartoon, you may discover the kid in you. And that kid in you could trigger you to a travel destination that you have been thinking about going for a long time. Okay, and you may end up doing many, for example, bungee jumping. You may do those activities which you have not thought of. And within that discovery, you will realize that there is some aspect of you that you overcame, or some aspect of you that you discovered. Now, all of them are completely unrelated.
Right.
But when you see that experience, it triggers everything.
Yeah.
So the point is, how are you able to, in a very authentic way, trigger those emotions in the mind? So it is happening today. I'm not saying that, no, it's not there. But a connected TV has a larger audience, slightly larger audience, and hence the possibility of those translating to reality or at least becoming a conversation for discussion is far more higher.
Right. And I think because of the size of the screen that is there, I think TV is more predominant in our collective conscious when we think of entertainment, right? So different devices are for different purposes. Like the mobile phone is more for connecting with others, talking to others, whereas your laptop can be more for work. So primarily these devices are doing a certain task for you. When it comes to connected TV and TV per se, right, that's where you are attuned to it for entertainment. So you are actively seeking entertainment through connected TV, and you go there by appointment, right? You go there because you want to go there. It's not like a smartphone rings and you have to pick it up. It's your choice. So I think, therefore, the connected, and the minute you make that TV interactive, the minute you take that TV and make it entertainment which is driven towards your likes, right? You have that much more higher chance of engaging your consumer then and there.
True, very true. In fact, I just recalled, I mean, I'm so used to typing on Google, whatever I want to search. So the first time my son took the phone from me, he just pressed the voice button and spoke exactly. He said, no, why are you wasting your time typing it out? Everything is available on voice. For him, his life starts with voice. So that's the mindset that will bring in the consumer mindset. So as you rightly said, today it's entertainment. This is work. All these things will be diffused across the board. And you will find the native generation seamlessly moving across, and probably redefining the way, they define it. For all of them, for all you know, connected TV may not be entertainment, but it may be work related or something, and something else will become entertainment. Okay, okay, time alone will tell how these trends will change, but it's something very interesting to look forward to in the future.
I think something I'm looking forward to is the interactivity of this medium, right? How it is going to build up. We already know that shoppable is becoming such a reality. You're watching something in between, and Google has just tested pause ads, and apparently it's a big success, right? So it's getting as unintrusive as it can be, where a pause TV is where you're watching content, you do not get disturbed by advertising in between. You just, when you pause your TV is when the ad plays up. So and we are seeing that the engagement with those advertising formats is going up. So very surprisingly, the 60-second ad is where the maximum attention is. So the engagement is highest with the 60-seconder in connected TV, and that to the marketer, I think it is a huge opportunity, because see, with the targetability that you're getting, with the pinpointed target audience that you can get through a connected TV, now as a marketer you can prioritize. Right? You can prioritize what is it that because I know that is my targetable set of people there that I can talk to. What is the communication that you're going to drive with them, right? And with CTV, I think for marketers the implication is huge. You being one, you can talk of it, right? What do you think?
No, definitely. See, I think we will have to treat CTV as a experimental model and stay invested over the next 3 to 5 years. It can't be just that you try twice or thrice and come out of it. Maybe other mediums, internet, there are metrics of measurement and available. I think we'll need to stay invested, and definitely it will show some promise. As the speakers in the previous panel mentioned, there will be metrics that will come up. There will be standardization. All those norms will come in, definitely. But more importantly, what does it mean to your brand? How does it connect to your consumer? Yeah. So I do see a huge opportunity there coming.
In fact, I feel it gives you more avenues, it gives you a wider choice, right? Because with CTV coming, it's not that you limit your advertising, you don't go targeted only on that. It just adds to the choice that you have. So so if I go digital, if I'm targeting mobile phone and connected TV, and if I'm going on linear TV as well, the bouquet of choices that you have as a marketer, I think that widens.
Correct. So I get to choose. In fact, I am able to spend my marketing monies far more productively. I am able to gauge the impact, on my brand over a period of time. Maybe not exactly I may be able to pinpoint in terms of what got spent where, but the point is I'll get to know that no, these mediums are benefiting me, or connected TV as a medium is benefiting me in the long run. Of course, it has to be complemented by your mobile and all other platforms. But as a complementary medium, I definitely see a huge opportunity here.
And as cord cutting is on the rise, right? I think this space is going to get more and more interesting because as consumers move to this medium more, and we are seeing the numbers are there, as in we are seeing early numbers though, that with regional content, the spread from the metros to the tier 1, tier 2 cities and further down, that started happening. We started seeing more of the, as in earlier there was just the NCCS, higher NCCS that we were seeing there. We are seeing it, draining into the, spreading down the tier as well. So we are seeing that audience is only going to grow from there. So I think it's just the tip of the iceberg to me.
Really?
It's a lot more time that needs to go into it.
See, today in terms of OTT, it is the Netflix and the Amazon. Okay. But I see the regional OTTs now dominating this space when it comes to connected TV.
Absolutely.
Because then I can access them anywhere, at any point in. Not I can do them today, but the point is that when there's a free service available and that's available to the world, you suddenly as I said, connected TV will help you discover more of yourself. It will help you discover more within your family. That's how I see. So the discoverability, the curiosity part is what I see happening with connected TV in a very big way. And that's primarily because of the fact that the big screen has that impact that you can, which a small screen doesn't give.
Absolutely.
I think that it's a combined viewing experience that will have multiple impacts across, not only for the individual, but I see it has happening in the community at large.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to the shoppability, how that goes up, and the interactivity, how marketers can, dive into that opportunity and take it forward. I think I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, as a marketer, my eyes would be on that, but I think we'll have to cross this first mile before we reach there.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you so
much.
much.